Hello, my name is David Grandal and I'm a senior sales engineer here at Tungsten Automation. In this session, I will guide you through a demonstration of the Tungsten Automation's InvoiceAgility for SAP solution. We will start with invoice consumption, including paper, PDF, and e-invoice processing, then move downstream towards business rules and validation, and GL account coding and invoice approval, and finally arrive in SAP, where Tungsten Automation will help prepare the invoice for payment. The InvoiceAgility suite offers a comprehensive accounts payable solution capable of managing all types of invoices, including paper-based, email attachments, electronic files, and e-invoices. The solution delivers exceptional e-invoicing capabilities through networks with hundreds of thousands of suppliers and vendors ready to do business with you today. A self-service portal allows suppliers and vendors to submit invoices or utilize a purchase order flip functionality. Invoices are processed through the validation step, where the outcomes of the invoice data extraction and validation will determine the appropriate next step. A certified integration with SAP ensures a seamless exchange of invoice data and supplier data. As the buyer, you want your suppliers to invoice you electronically. However, many suppliers are not yet automated and cannot create or send electronic invoices. As a complement to paper and PDF invoice processing, the Tungsten solution includes a portal where invoices can be created by the supplier or purchase orders can be flipped into purchase order invoices. The supplier portal provides real-time validation and guides suppliers through the process of submitting a complete invoice. Duplication checks and other validations prevent further exceptions. The purchase order flip service provides the supplier with an easy way to create purchase order invoices and to decide what to bill for and what to deliver. All fields must be completed to prevent submission of an incomplete invoice. This approach is suitable for suppliers that invoice infrequent and in low volumes. But for suppliers who invoice more frequently, the Tungsten e-invoicing network service offers validation, clearance, compliance, and integration with government portals. A complementary supplier onboarding service is available to expedite your transition into e-invoice processing. A supplier portal is provided for status updates and electronic communications between you and your supplier. This will significantly reduce the frequency of payment update calls and customer services requests. There will always be exceptions. Of course, the goal is to achieve as high as possible straight-through processing, but 100% automation is not realistic. Exceptions in form of duplicate invoice, missing required data, incorrect data, and on paper and PDF invoices, a poor image quality can all result in an exception. E-invoices has a higher potential of straight-through processing, as you do not have to rely upon a machine to read the data, and since you agreed upon a format, the sender, meaning the supplier, should submit complete invoices. That is, however, not always the case. But to manage this, the InvoiceAgility solution offers an easy-to-use exceptional handling screen where your AP staff can clear errors, complement with data, or reject invoices, or even send invoices back to the supplier. InvoiceAgility provides a user-friendly exception interface that guides your AP staff through invoices with errors and validations clearly highlighted. InvoiceAgility is leveraging AI and machine learning and continuously improves, resulting in reduced end-user interaction and higher automation rates. Only invoices with discrepancies are required to be reviewed by your AP staff, while complete invoices can achieve a fully touchless process. As the final step in this process, Tungsten Automation offers an integration to SAP in form of the Process Director tool. Process Director is an SAP certified automation solution that operates within your SAP instance in its own namespace. As part of your SAP infrastructure, Process Director accesses your existing master data, your vendor master, POs, pricing, and tables, removing the need to maintain separate data. Let's have a closer look at the Process Director interface. Users that are comfortable in the SAP UI will feel right at home, as the look and feel of Process Director is the same as for SAP. Shown here is a list of invoices pending user action and some that are marked with green status. These invoices would have bypassed this screen, as you would have achieved straight-through processing. When the user opens an invoice for review, all the data required to resolve an exception is available on one single screen. This eliminates the time-consuming process of switching between multiple screens, applications, or navigating to a different T-code. The invoice data was previously extracted by InvoiceAgility and ingested to Process Director. Furthermore, the user can view the original invoice image, which can be used to compare it against the extracted invoice data. This invoice is routed to a price mismatch workflow. By reviewing the PO lines, the user identifies the error. The invoice amount is $140 while the PO amount is $40. The user can view the invoice image to confirm it matches the data without needing to contact the accounts payable team for a copy. Since this discrepancy exceeds the pricing tolerance, it's flagged as a pricing discrepancy. The user can easily send the invoice back to the supplier and request a corrected invoice, or inform the AP team to pay the invoice short, paying $40 instead of $140, if allowed. Or the discrepancy might be the buyer's error, meaning the purchase order is incorrect. In that case, the user would follow the company's SAP procedures for correcting purchase orders. The advantage of Process Director is that the user was proactively notified about the discrepancy, and with all the data needed in one screen, the user can address and solve the problem. A non-PO invoice or FI document is shown in error status because it requires GL account coding and approval. Process Director is able to automatically route the invoice to the workflow recipient, bypassing the AP team. Once the workflow is initiated, the assigned user will receive an email with a link to the invoice, and the invoice status will be updated and reflected in the workflow progress. End user adoption of Process Director is immediate since its interface mirrors the familiar SAP screens. Users can access their work based on their preference, within SAP, as shown in this demonstration, or via an email link that opens in a browser, or the mobile app, or through the Fiori app. Extracted invoice data along with the invoice image is available in all interfaces, making this an easy choice for the user. The reporting dashboard shows most common reports in an easy-to-use interface. Users can select AP-related reports and show performance, exception, resolution, and invoice volumes. The workflow report shows where invoices are in the approval workflow and what workflow they're assigned to. The volume reports allows users to see what workflow contains what invoice data or workflow status. The search screen makes it easy to refine the data, adding filters or to save customized reports. These are just a small sample of reports and dashboards available in InvoiceAgility for SAP. What you've seen in this session only represents a fraction of what's available in InvoiceAgility and Process Director. To learn more, please visit tungstenautomation.com and look out for more videos coming your way. Thank you for watching.